All right, folks, we're live. We are live. Flying Fat Kid says it's get it done, HRG. Appreciate it. We are live for the highly anticipated Georgia Golf Club first ever SGT Tour round. Kind of foiled my plans last time. I originally, when I got SGT a few days ago, brought to you by the fine folks over at graybarngolf.com. You can see them up above my video. Initially, because I'm after some of these world golf ranking points now, initially my plan was to start the weeks with the tour, or the tips tour, because the points are the most, and then work my way down, go from tips to pro to SGT. However, I think I still have PTSD from Valero Texas Open or whatever it was last week. So we're starting easier, and we'll work our way, if we get there, to the more challenging tours. What's up, Boogeyman Bill? Big news, huge. Check Discord. C-Drum in the house, the head honcho proprietor of graybarngolf.com. They're over there conspiring against me. They keep saying this big news crap. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm like 3/4 sure it's going to be funny, good news for them, but probably not so great news for me. It is rather cold today. We had freezing rain about an hour ago. It's only like 44 degrees in the garage right now. So I have a Masters hat from Augusta. One of my dad's friends got grandfathered in from his wife's side of his family, so he goes every single year. And last year he got me a legit Masters hat from Augusta, but too cold to wear it. Never do such, or maybe we would. I think you guys would. I saw Flying Fat Kid played this last night. He played the Tips Tour. D-Lud did 2 rounds. I'm planning on doing 2 right now. I'm kind of low on time this week, so I'm going to try to play 36. Do rounds 1 and rounds 2 for SGT, and then we'll go from there. I did not have time to align the square. It's still pretty good. You guys can let me know. I brought out the laser alignment. I have the stick over here. I could do it. It'll take me a couple minutes, but I think we just go for it. The course is going to be brutal anyways. If I'm slightly misaligned, I don't think it'll make a ton of difference, and it shouldn't be. I usually do it once every like 2 weeks or so. I don't really move around the shank tank at all, so it should be pretty good. I just noticed the past few rounds, it seemed like I had to start the ball a little bit further right for it to read as dead straight. What's up, Toast? I did a little reconnaissance earlier, and I had an idea. I thought maybe with this new update you can enable tournament mode or disable it. I was thinking maybe that if I disabled it, there would be less colliders and less stuff to ricochet off of if I found myself in a not so great spot. But I went on on-course practice, and there's no there's only colliders on like the benches and like the tee markers along like the tee box, which hopefully I don't hit. But all of like the TV or like the camera towers and all like the fans and everything, those don't have colliders on them, so I don't think it'll make a ton of difference. Toasty. Just hit a 25-yard chip to see if it lands on the line. I feel it's straight. Yeah, you say that as if I can. That was a little bit left. You say that as if I can just hit it dead straight. I've said it before, like, it's going to be close. It's just whether if it's like 0.3 off one way or the other. My screen moves because of the hospital's current tracks, and that was pretty straight. I mean, it's not bad, but again, like, if you're trying to hit a dead straight putt, sometimes that 0.3 of a difference can matter. My screen moves, so where my center line is on GSPro, it gets a little wonky. It's mainly just, it doesn't matter for the shots as much. I guess delicate chip shots it does, but it's mainly just the trying to hit a dead straight putt if I can with the putter. I think we do it though. I mean, the conditions are going to be brutal anyways. Honestly, I don't feel like messing. I already have GSPro loaded up. I don't feel like going back to square and back and forth and messing with it, personally. And I know I had creative thumbnail with the green jacket and all that stuff, but I am not delusional enough to think I'm going to be towards the top of the leaderboard here. So, like I said, it's not gonna matter a ton. All right, those were approach wedges. Let's hit some pitching wedges. I do have my final brand new sleeve of TP5s over here. I may take these out, and I need to order more. Problem is, they're just so darn expensive, you guys know. We'll see. I have 2 really beat up balls over there, and these 3 ones are still not too bad. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a a spin no read, and it just reads dead straight. I put some extra tape on, I don't even know what you would call this. Basically, I just propped this up in front just so it basically extends my mat so I can roll a straight putt. I put some extra tape here because either the ball or my follow through bottoming out the club, it was starting to rip this stuff up. So I reinforced that a little bit before. We have any score predictions? I think it's the white tees. Anyone that doesn't play SGT, you can just go onto the SGT website. If you click on tours and then go to SGT, you can see all the round settings for rounds 1 through 3. I think it was whites, 12 stimps, calm wind, normal greens, normal fairways, which will be good. I'm sure round 3 won't be as favorable. Catching these thin and I'm pulling them. That was a little bit better distance, but All right, we don't hate that. Let's hit a couple eights, a couple drivers, and then we'll do it because I'm going to need to save some of these swings. Mickey Farron, quick question. Do you get a handicap from SGTQ school, or does everyone play off scratch? Or can you use your WHS handicap? I don't know what WHS is, but yes, you do. That's the main point of Q school. You get your handicap from Q school. You have to play 4 rounds at Whispering Pines for SGT, and I think you have to play 2 rounds. Maybe Flying Fat Kid will let us know. You have to play 2 rounds at somewhere else for the web. But that's the main thing. So I'm still pretty new to it, but you get the top 50% up to 120 people that finish it in the gross get world golf rankings. There's also a net division for both. I think for all of them probably there's a net division, which is mainly what that's for. But you don't get any world golf ranking points for the net divisions. Looks like Pro and SGT are about the same this week, both from the whites. Yeah, I saw that. 4, need a pimento cheese sandwich. What's up, Sean? Hopefully we don't have too many 4 calls. I was all amped up to watch you play last night, right around like 7:45, 8 o'clock. I came out and I hit shots for about 20 minutes, worked up a good sweat. I probably shouldn't have because now I don't feel like quite as 100% today, but I was itching to hit some yesterday later on in the day.